Night is approaching, and a married couple is collecting shallots from their garden. This is their source of income. They are working hard to save money for their ill daughter's treatment. They hear her screaming and immediately rush to her. The cottage where she is locked up, so they struggle to open it. Once inside, their daughter, named Nart, suddenly starts bloating as if something is inside her. Nart starts bleeding from all over her body, and a bulge even comes up to her neck. Then, in the next second, she's gone. The next scene shows Yad, who realizes she slept in and missed watering their plants. Fortunately, her sister Yam already did the watering. Their mother is preparing their lunchbox for school. She tells her daughters to come home straight after school, as their dad is taking them to a fair. They walk to the bus stop, and while on the way, their youngest sister Yi suddenly stops by a big old tree and stares. Then she runs as if scared. At school, Yad is finishing up her cleaning when Yam comes in and sits in a chair. She looks at a drawing from under the desk and finds a scary sketch. Yad immediately tells her to stop looking at it. The drawings and the desk belong to Nart, Yad's previous classmate. They take the last bus going home and walk. As they pass the big old tree, they all see a creepy ghost lady clad in black and with long hair staring at them. They run immediately, only to be scared by their brother, Yad, with a letter O. Yad scolds him, saying he will give Yam a heart attack, knowing her sister is very frail and sickly. Upon arriving, their dad, Hung, is angry at them for coming home late. Yad explains that she had cleaning duties at school. Their dad seems to have quite a temper. They go to the temple to pray before going to the fair. Yad buys Yi her most craved cotton candy. Yam is very sickly, but she begs her sister Yad to take her to ride the Ferris wheel. Yad agrees, unable to resist her beloved sister's request. They all ride the Ferris wheel together and enjoy the view at the top. Yad looks down and sees a weird, scary woman from the ground, staring at them. Yam looks and seems to see her too. Their dad notices that Yam is sick again and tells his son to take her to the hospital the next day. After her checkup, their eldest brother Yak, who went away to be a soldier, comes home and steals the driver's seat. Yos seems annoyed at his brother, but Yam is so pleased to see him. They arrive home and Yak is happily greeted by his siblings as well as his mom. He messes with his strict dad by saying he is only staying for the night, and then laughs at his reaction. That night while sleeping, Yam notices that the window is open, so she closes it. She lies back down but hears the window opening again. As she looks outside, a ghost can be seen hovering right behind her. Yad hears her sister getting up in the middle of the night and finds it strange. She follows her and sees her eating something in the dark. They go back to the bedroom, and Yad asks what Yam was eating. Yam doesn't respond, and in the next second, Yad hears a woman whispering something, and then she suddenly falls asleep. Morning comes, and one of their farm workers is having an argument with Hung, saying he wants to quit all of a sudden. Yak takes over the conversation and finds out that the farmer experienced something weird on their farm, but doesn't give out details. He just tells Yak to keep an eye out for their family. Yak tells Yos they will need to double their labor, as they are lacking a workforce now, so as not to disappoint their dad. In the girl's bedroom, Yad offers to take Yam for a walk, but Yam refuses. Then, she rudely calls Yi to massage her, surprising Yad. She scolds her sister for talking to Yi that way. Their mother hears them bickering. Yam tells her mother that Yad is forcing her to go walk outside. This is very different from Yam's normal soft behavior. Their mother scolds Yad after what Yam said. Yi talks to Yad, asking if she can sleep with her tonight instead of with Yam. She is scared of Yam after seeing her expression last night, and even shows it to Yad by drawing it. It looks exactly the same as the sketches on Nart's desk. Their parents are going out of town for a night and tell Yad to take care of her sisters. Once they're gone, Yak asks his brothers if anything strange happened while he was away. Yad tells him about Yam's condition. The doctor advised that Yam is fine, but she clearly keeps getting worse. Yad joins the conversation and tells them about the strange whispers she heard last night. However, nobody heard this aside from her. That night, Yak shares with Yad that the farmer who quit said he heard it too. They both wonder if it's related to Yam. Later in the night, Yam gets up again. Yad starts to hear the high-pitched whispering, which makes her sleepy at first, but she immediately bites her hand to stay awake. She tries to wake up her brothers, but they are not in the bedroom. Then, she hears a gunshot outside. Yad rushes to Yi's side. She hides her in a closet so she can go look for Yam. Yad sees her brothers seemingly looking for someone in the fields and shoots when they see a figure. Then, they find Yam, who is unconscious. They put Yam back in bed, but she has no recollection of what happened. Yad tells Yi to stay with Yam, as she talks with her brothers. It turns out that the brothers were having drinks earlier. Yad and Yos pass out from being so drunk. Yak notices Yam walking outside, and as he tries to follow her, he hears the high-pitched whispering, just like Yad described. He starts to feel sleepy, but puts his hand over the lamp to feel pain and stay awake. Then, he wakes his brothers to look for Yam. They find Yam, and she passes out upon seeing them. Yak sees a creepy woman walking around and shoots at her, but loses her in the end. Yad tells them that they saw that woman too in the abandoned shrine by the big tree. Morning comes, and their parents are back. As Yad is fixing the truck's engine, Yad comes and he tells her this is exactly what happened to Nart. He learned about that story through his mom, who wrote him a letter. This is also the reason why he came back home, worried about his family. Yad goes to pick up his mentor, Sergeant Poffin, to ask for his help. He gives Yad some money for her and her sisters to buy what they like. Yad goes to Yam and tells her she will buy her a pink milk to cheer her up. Yam insists on going with her, and Yad cannot resist. She tells her to get ready while she asks her mom's approval. While picking out clothes, a creepy old woman climbs through the window and attacks Yam. The woman laughs maniacally while putting her hand inside Yam's mouth, then forcefully takes out a tooth. The frightened Yam cries, but no one can hear her, as the radio is playing in the kitchen. Then, the old woman swallows her tooth. As their mother turns off the radio, they hear Yam's cries and rush to the bedroom where they see the creepy woman, who is named Chwai. Their mother is frightened and drives the crazy woman away while she continues to laugh. They are all in shock after what just happened. Yak arrives with Sergeant Poffin, and his mom tells them that Chwai was there. At this point, Yam's behavior changes again. She even spits at Sergeant Poffin and rudely tells him to go away, or she will eat him whole. It seems that Yam is possessed. Sergeant Poffin tells the ghoul inside her to leave Yam's body. Chwai moved into their town recently. It is rumored that she practices black magic, and no one wants to go near her for fear of having bad luck. Yak and Sergeant Poffin go to Chwai's residence to confront her. Inside, Chwai is performing some sort of ritual. She coughs up the tooth she swallowed earlier and puts it into the bowl with bloody entrails. Yak kicks the bowl and is about to attack Chwai, but she just keeps on laughing. She sees a sharp, protruding bamboo in the wall and suddenly stabs her own forehead into it, ending her life. On their way back, Sergeant Poffin explains that the malevolent spirit who was possessing Chwai is named Puang. It usually finds a host, and since it found Yam, it finds that she is a better host than Chwai. Yam's tooth was all it needed to complete the ritual to possess Yam. They are too late. That night, the siblings stayed on guard for anything that might happen to Yam. They hear the high-pitched whispering, and only Yak and Yad are able to stay awake. Yam starts walking again while whispering. Yak fails to stay awake, but Yad keeps biting her hand. She wakes Yak up by slapping him, and Yak wakes up his brothers. He tells Yad to stay inside and lock the door. Their parents also wake up and stop Yak from shooting. They hear someone laughing around them. Then stones are thrown into their house from an unknown direction. Hung, who doesn't believe in ghosts, surely does now after witnessing what's happening. Yak tells his parents to stay inside and light up a fire, and never let it go out. Then, he and his brothers spread out into the fields to search for Yam. Yak hears someone calling his name in the cornfields. He readies his gun. Then he sees someone and immediately shoots. When he looks, it's his mother, shot right in the neck. He approaches her, feeling sorry for what he's done. The next second, the body starts laughing and stands, placing its head back. Then it runs after Yak while laughing maniacally. He runs and runs until he gets back to the open field, and then he sees his mother again. He is ready to shoot, but Yad stops him, telling him it's their mom. In the house, Yad sees that her family is all just getting back to the house. Yam starts knocking on their door, but she knows she should not open it. Yi wakes up and is about to open it, but Yad sees that Yam is with her family outside, so there is no way she will be knocking right now. She stops Yi. The ghost behind the door tries to force herself inside and takes out the lock. Scared, the two of them curl up and wait for their demise. Then they hear their mother knocking. The ghost is nowhere to be seen, and the lock is back in place. Yad opens the door and finds comfort in seeing her mom. The next day, Sergeant Poffin brings out a priest named Mr. Puth to help. He writes a talisman by the door of the house, and then meets Yam. When he sees her, he tells the ghoul inside to get out of Yam's body. Yam calls on her mother for help, but Yak stops their mom from interfering. Yak holds Yam while Mr. Puth puts a wax-like substance on her forehead, making Yam scream. Her eyes start reddening, and she keeps coaxing her mom to come by her side and make the priest go away. Unable to resist her beloved daughter, she rushes by her side, even slapping Yak in the process. Then she tells the priest to go away. Mr. Puth leads them to Hung's treasured bamboo plants. He tells them to cut it down. Yad immediately refuses, as their father will surely be furious. He tells them to cut down the bamboo so they see what it hides inside. When Hung sees them, he indeed gets angry, but Mr. Puth and Yak talk some sense into him. Then, the secret inside is revealed. A strong waft of putrid smell fills the air. Many entrails are hidden in the middle, being swarmed by flies. Mr. Puth explains that those are organs the ghoul took from its prey. He tells them not to touch it. However, Yad pokes an organ, and Yam suddenly screams and rushes at them. They stop her and pin her to the ground. Yad and Yak proceed to burn the organs while Yam passes out. Mr. Puth tells them to take Yam to the doctor as her body is very weak. He also warns Yak that a strong mind is essential when they take the journey to the hospital, as they will surely encounter obstacles. The journey is long, and nighttime comes. Sergeant Poffin warns them not to speak of anything they see or hear while on the road. Yam starts convulsing, and Mr. Puth warns Yak that his struggles will start from this point. The next second, Everyone disappears from his sight. Yak is focused and knows that this is part of the obstacles Mr. Puth was warning him about. He continues to drive, ignoring whatever he sees on the road. At the back, Yad notices a liquid dropping on her head, and when she looks up, she sees Nart's ghost. Sergeant Papan and Yad see her too, and scramble away from her. Sergeant Papan tells them to close their eyes. Nart approaches and tries to open Yad's eyes, but the next second, she is gone. Yak thinks the worst is over as her family is back in his sight in the truck. However, Yam wakes up and starts whispering, making Yak sleepy. Then, Yam takes the wheel and drives the car right into a protruding fallen tree by the road. Yak's life flashes before his eyes. When he wakes up, he sees Mr. Puth's decapitated body. Meanwhile, Yam is dragging the others to the ground. Yak tries to find his gun, but Yam has it. The ghoul, Puang, fully takes over Yam and tells Yak that she only wanted his sister. But their family won't leave her alone. Now she wants to devour them all. Sergeant Papan is awake, and Puang notices him, then shoots him. Puang sees there are 3 more bullets and asks who she should shoot first. She sees Yad and tells him she will shoot her. Yak stops her and tells her to shoot him instead. Yad sees the dagger beside her, and Yak manages to dodge when Puang shoots. He then catches the dagger thrown by Yad. He tells Puang that he reckons she needs a perfect host, so he stabs Yam's arms. This causes Yam to spit out Puang. Then Puang's real appearance shows up, angrily screaming at them. Yak shoots her immediately. He holds her head and shoots her right in her mouth, making her disappear. Morning comes, and they are at the hospital. Yam is alive, and she doesn't have any recollection of what happened. Yos and their mother also survived. The night comes, and they are still in the hospital. Yad promises Yam that when they come home she will never sleep again and look out for her, even do all of her chores so she can rest. Then, the unexpected happens when Yam starts acting strange again. She starts chewing something in her mouth and looks at Yad eerily. Then, she reaches inside her mouth and takes out a tooth. The next second, she starts convulsing, and her stomach starts bloating. This is exactly what happened to Nart. Her screams are heard by the others, and they rush to her side. The bloating reaches her neck, and then, she is gone. Yad catches a glimpse of Puang outside the window. It seems that she still exists. After Yam's funeral, Yak angrily destroys the abandoned shrine by the big old tree and burns it to the ground. He swears that this is not the end, and he will not stop until Puang pays for her wickedness.